Finally, I got away from those crazy Germans. Hopefully they can't find me. If not, my memories will live forever within my diary. Dear Diary, I could use some love right now. Not that I have much at home. If it weren't for my family, I wouldn't be the man I am today. My mother, the person who is supposed to love me the most, right? But not in my case. She had an addiction to the booze. But does that really give her an excuse for the way she treated me? I think not. I love Rowena. I loved her so much that she wanted me to kill the one thing that I promised. The rabbits. Forever. I didn't want to do it. It plagued me mentally. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I loved her. When I wanted to run the 26 laps, my dad supported me every step of the way. My mother, on the other hand, not so much. Even when I lost all hope, my dad came through when I needed it the most. He seemed to always be there for me, even in the toughest of times. At the start of the war, I was innocent. I never aimed a gun at anything. It was a foreign state of mind. By the end, everything had changed. Oh shoot, the Germans, they're coming. My innocence, all gone. Sergeant Joyce, what a tough guy. Made me do things I couldn't do. It's been in the Boer War, he could have done it himself, but no, he had to force me to do it. At the start of this war, I could have never killed anything. Not a living person, not a living animal. I grew up with animals. It was a tough thing for me to do. One of the toughest things I ever had to do. It changed me. The scariest moment in my life happened in that war. You think it would be some bullets, maybe even a grenade, maybe a friend dying, but no. This was something personal. I can't believe it happened to me. Scary as hell. It's so hard to remember. It changed me, how I saw other people. I couldn't believe people, my own soldiers, fellow soldiers, people that I tried to save, would do this to me. One thing always baffled me, my sexuality. I was always a little confused. And there's Heather Lawson. She was kind of promiscuous. I wanted her to keep going, but I guess I gave her the wrong impression. Speaking of promiscuous, there was Ella. When I went to a brothel, she was there. I didn't know what to do with her. She's so touchy, even more than Heather. I just felt awkward. I stood there, not knowing what to do. I wanted to. I could hardly control myself. It was just so difficult. Here come the Germans. Get your gas mask on! There's chlorine gas around. The war had affected me psychologically. I hated small rooms. I hated being enclosed. I've grown afraid of the walls that pressed too close since the dugout had collapsed. I couldn't take it. You don't know what it feels like, just to be trapped in there. Alone. It's the worst feeling you could ever feel. It's like isolation. The toughest of nights happened. I didn't know where I was going. Couldn't see back, forth. I lost my fellow soldiers. They were behind me somewhere, but I just didn't know how far and where to head. It was a scary moment, and it really messed up my mind. I didn't know what to think. It was all the pressure of being alone. It was a scary day. I thought I was going insane. Family, loss of innocence, sexuality, and how this war affected me. Although I might not survive, I hope my story does within this diary.